In the early 1960s, some parts of the coast of the area became of interest to important international investors who were looking for new places to develop tourism. This group of investors was headed by the young Ismailite prince, Karim Aga Khan. Those who wished to work in the area without basic services had to, first of all, develop the fundamental infrastructure: roads, water, electricity and the telephone network. At this time, there were no laws which supervised development on the coast. Building was authorized by the individual authorities. In the absence of supervisory laws and programs, the development of other parts of the Mediterranean coast had often resulted in unplanned development with irremediable damage to the coast. To avoid this, Aga Khan and his partners decided to adopt an internal planning system in order to ensure that the architectural developments were homogeneous. A clear choice was made. The buildings should be hidden from sight as much as possible among the Mediterranean maquis. This decision provided a guideline for the internationally famous architects who came to build in what was a completely virgin territory. Architectural styles from different Mediterranean countries were absorbed and altered to create new styles of buildings. The new shapes, spaces, limits and depths that the architects invented changed the known concepts of space. It was the beginning of a small revolution that would alter how buildings for tourist purposes were perceived. The Costa Smeralda began to take shape, with most locals amazed at all the money being invested in what they had thought was worthless land. The most exclusive hotels were built, each one different from the others. The Cala di Volpe, designed by Jacques Coel, the Romazzino, designed by Bussiri Vici, and the Pitrizza, designed by Luigi Vietti. These exclusive hotels hosted crowned heads, actors, actresses, politicians and industrialists, and their presence helped to make the Costa Smeralda famous. In 1964, the village of Porto Cervo was built. First, the old port was built, and then the new marina with the yacht club. Once water was available from the Liscia Dam, it was possible to create the 18-hole Pevro golf course. Finally, an airline was founded to bring the tourists and property owners to the coast, Ali Sarda, which today is called Meridiana. This completed the construction of a high-level integrated tourist system without equal in the world. The way that Sardinia was perceived on the Italian mainland also changed. From being a land of bandits, it became a holiday paradise. The island became the centre of world interest. It was the beginning of a change which at first brought economic benefits only to Gallura, but later, due to the great fame and notoriety of the Costa Smeralda, attracted investment to most of the Sardinian coast. The American architect Robert Trent Jones designed the Pevro golf course. It has 18 holes and is 72 par, and is set in a breathtakingly beautiful landscape between the beach of Pevro and the Romazzino and Cala di Volpe hotels. On the hills which surround the course, stupendous villas have been built which overlook the sea. The Pevro golf course is part of the international circuit of golf courses and is considered to be one of the most beautiful in Europe. Porto Cervo, today the most important town of the Costa Smeralda, did not exist in 1960. There were no buildings, just pristine nature. The bay was used by fishermen from Ponza as a haven and anchorage when the westerly winds blew. Then, in 1964, construction of the village began as part of the development of the Costa Smeralda. Following the plans of the architect Luigi Vieti, Portocervo immediately became the throbbing heart of the social life of the Costa Smeralda, the meeting place for the international jet set. In 1966, the architect Bussi Ricci built the Stella Maris, a Mediterranean-style church. The project was completed at the end of the 1970s with the building of quaint alleyways between the new and old parts of the village. This was called La Passeggiata and soon was lined with prestigious shops bearing the names of the best Italian and foreign designers. Over the years, Portocervo was furnished with the services needed to help visitors enjoy their stay and to meet the requirements of the inhabitants. The wind is part of life in this area. It fills the sails that drive the regattas, making them particularly successful. In September, the YCCS organises prestigious international sailing regattas, such as the biennial Sardinia Cup and the annual Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup. These bring the most competitive yachts and best skippers to the coast. The new marina has some 650 berths and is equipped with state-of-the-art technology. The presentation of the prizes at the end of the regatta is a moment of collective celebration and is often attended by world-famous personalities. The Costa Smeralda is the icing on the cake of the commune of Arzachena, an addition which increases the value of the whole territory.